but the ancient Ming said, I think we can go see that woman. Nancy and Ku Gan looked at the ancient Ming. The ancient Ming solemnly said, first, if that woman can create a heaven-defying Xiao Ta like Xiao Ta, then she can create other heaven-defying treasures. She must have a lot of treasures on her. Second, even if that woman is powerful with our strength, even if we can't defeat her, can't we retreat unscathed? Nancy and Ku Gan were silent. The ancient Ming continued, moreover, Sumi Kong and Ku Gan have been in contact with that Yi Xian. There's no guarantee that they won't cooperate. If the Tian clan and Sumi tribe obtain that woman's treasures, it will be extremely disadvantageous to us. Nancy and Ku Gan looked at each other, then nodded. In the end, they still decided to go see that mysterious Tian Ming. Because at the moment, just one Xiao Ta really wasn't enough. Could it be that the three clans would fight? That wouldn't be good. If that Tian Ming had other treasures on her, then this problem would be solved perfectly. Gu Ming glanced at the surroundings and said, Tiny pagoda, take us to see that woman. Xiao Ta said, there's no need to see her. The ancient Ming frowned, what do you mean? Xiao Ta said, find Yi Xian, then she will appear. The ancient Ming said solemnly, we don't know where Yi Xian is right now. Xiao Ta giggled, I know, I'll take you to him. Yi Xian. The ancient Ming looked at Xiao Ta, then let's go find him. With that, the three of them left Xiao Ta. Under Xiao Ta's lead, the three of them directly left the ancient realm. In the depths of a mountain range, Yi Xian, who was cultivating, suddenly raised his head, and in the next moment, a Xiao Ta appeared in front of him. Yi Xian was stunned when he saw Xiao Ta, then his expression changed greatly because the three ancient Ming also appeared in front of him. Yi Xian's face was full of black lines. Xiao Ta, what the hell are you doing? Xiao Ta said, don't talk, watch my performance. Yi Xian, Xiao Ta suddenly said, little soul, come here for a moment. The azure sword trembled slightly, then flew in front of Xiao Ta. Xiao Ta brought little soul to the three ancient Ming. Take this sword and sense it, then you'll be able to sense where she is. Yi Xian, the ancient Ming looked at Xiao Ta in front of him. Are you sure? Xiao Ta said, I'm sure. If she appears later, remember to act quickly, don't let her escape, she's very fast. The three ancient Ming looked at each other. At this time, Ku Gan suddenly said, something's wrong. Nancy's expression was also gloomy, indeed something's wrong. The three looked at the azure sword, and when they saw it, a trace of unease arose in their hearts. At this time Xiao Ta suddenly said, so you're afraid. The ancient Ming looked at Xiao Ta, are you trying to provoke us? Xiao Ta said with a smile, no. Whether you find her or not, it's up to you. The three ancient Ming were silent. At this time Yi Xian suddenly said angrily, Xiao Ta, you actually let them find Qin. Doesn't your conscience hurt? Xiao Ta said indifferently, I'm just a Ta. Yi Xian said indifferently. Yi Xian suddenly said fiercely, Xiao Ta, she created you and you actually brought outsiders to find her. I'll kill you. With that, he directly rushed towards Xiao Ta. His speed was very fast, and before Xiao Ta could react, he directly punched him. Bang! Xiao Ta was directly sent flying. The three ancient Ming were dumbfounded. What is he doing? In the distance, Xiao Ta suddenly said, fuck you. Yi Xian was about to attack again, but the ancient Ming directly blocked in front of Yi Xian. He looked at Yi Xian, young Master Yi, watch yourself. Yi Xian coldly looked at the distant Xiao Ta, selling out your master for glory? I look down on you. With that, he looked at the ancient Ming, let me tell you, don't listen to his nonsense. My sister is very strong. If you find her, she will definitely kill you with a sword. Xiao Ta suddenly said, you three think about it. If the brother is so weak, how strong can the sister be? Yi Xian's expression froze. The ancient Ming glanced at Yi Xian, then looked at the azure profound sword in front of him. You too, why don't you try? Ku Gan said solemnly, I still feel a little uneasy. The ancient Ming laughed heartily, with the three of us here, do you think she can kill us in a second? With that, he directly held the azure profound sword. In the next moment, the azure profound sword slightly trembled, and a moment later the azure profound sword suddenly burst out with a sword cry. The ancient Ming suddenly looked up, and gradually the space in the horizon directly became illusory, and then the illusory space began to become clear. Yi Xian looked up at the space with a trace of anticipation in his eyes. Qing. It's been a long time since I've seen Qing. She should be fine in the Milky Way, right? No. The Milky Way should be fine, right? At this moment, a woman in a plain dress appeared in the space. She stood by the side of the street, and on both sides of the street there were people walking to and fro. It must be said that standing there in a plain dress, she was undoubtedly the most eye-catching existence in the entire street. Passers-by's eyes would occasionally look at her, not just men, but even women couldn't help but look at her. Beautiful. Not only was she beautiful, but there was also an indescribable temperament about her. At this moment, the woman in the plain dress was standing in front of a watermelon stall. In her hand, there was a piece of watermelon missing a corner. Obviously she had already taken a bite. Seeing the woman in the plain dress holding the watermelon, Xiao Ta's mind raced. At this moment he had secretly decided to eat some watermelons in the future. On the other hand, Yi Xian's expression was a little strange. Qing likes to eat watermelons? On the other hand, the ancient Ming and the others frowned. What the hell is this place? The world in the image was completely different from the world they were in. It was strange and strange. One look and they could tell that this was not a good place. At this moment, the woman in front of the woman in the plain dress suddenly smiled. "Miss, will you pay in cash or scan?" The woman in the plain dress looked at the woman and slightly frowned. The woman hesitated for a moment and then said, "Cash, scan?" In the 6 worlds, Xiao Ta suddenly said, "It's over." Yi Xian looked at Xiao Ta. "What is it?" Xiao Ta said in a low voice. "Sister Tianming may not scan." Yi Xian smiled. "Qing is omnipotent. She will definitely scan." Xiao Ta. In the Milky Way, the woman in the plain dress looked at the woman in front of her without saying a word. Being stared at by the woman in the plain dress, the woman suddenly felt a little panicked. "Miss, a piece of watermelon is only 2 yuan. At this moment, the woman in the plain dress suddenly opened her right hand. In the 6 worlds, a watermelon suddenly flew out of a watermelon field. The watermelon carried a strand of sword chi as it soared into the sky. Then, it instantly tore through the spacetime barrier of tens of millions of starfields, destroying countless stars along the way. As soon as the watermelon entered the Milky Way, the atmosphere above the Milky Way was suddenly torn open, causing the entire Earth to violently tremble. In the end, the watermelon fell into the woman's palm. She put the watermelon in front of the street vendor. "Here you go." Then she turned and left. "Everyone asking for votes. For God's sake, please give me one. It's too tragic. I've never been in the top 10 of the monthly votes. If I don't have a ticket, I can give a tip." At the side, the old man suddenly put his palms together. "All heavens suppress me." Boom. In an instant, countless forces converged towards him. However, those forces were unable to suppress the tiny sword chi on his body. The old man hurriedly looked at Yi Xian. "Little friend, please put in a good word for me." Yi Xian hesitated for a moment and said, "Qing, forget it." Meanwhile, the fine strands of sword energy on the old man's body suddenly trembled slightly, and then they vanished as if they'd never existed. On the other hand, the old man was drenched in sweat, and his face was pale as a sheet. Yi Xian hesitated for a moment and said, "Senior?" The old man laughed bitterly. "The life profundity. I never expected that your master would actually be at the life profundity." The life profundity. The expressions of the 2 women changed drastically when they heard the old man, and their eyes were filled with astonishment as they gazed at Yi Xian. Yi Xian frowned slightly. "The life profundity?" The old man was slightly surprised. "You don't know?" Yi Xian nodded. "I don't." The old man spoke solemnly. "The life profundity. It's a realm of legend. According to legend, anyone who attains this realm can sense any living being that calls their name. No living being can call their name directly." Yi Xian spoke solemnly. "That's not right. There were others who called Qing'er's name earlier, but she didn't attack." The old man laughed bitterly. "When I called her name just now, I had the intention to challenge her." Yi Xian was speechless. However, he was still slightly shocked. What realm is the life profundity? It's actually so mysterious. I can't call her name directly? Meanwhile, the old man spoke solemnly. "I never expected that there would actually be a life profundity realm expert in this world." Yi Xian suddenly asked in his heart, "Xiao Ta, do you think Qing'er is at the life profundity realm?" Xiao Ta fell silent for a moment. "Never measure Big Sister Tianming by her realm. Just like those people you met in the past. They said that they could take a blow from Big Sister Tianming." Why did they say that? It's because they underestimated Big Sister Tianming. Of course, in those people's hearts, they thought that they overestimated Big Sister Tianming, but what is the truth? It's like a frog looking at the sky from the bottom of a well. In his eyes, the sky is only as big as the mouth of the well, but in reality? Speaking up to this point, it sighed in a low voice, "This old man in front of you, in your opinion, is very, very strong, but according to my experience, I'm afraid it won't be long before this old man becomes an ant." Yi Xian didn't understand. Why? Xiao Ta was a little helpless. Why? "Young master, haven't you noticed? Our realm system has collapsed. From the beginning until now, do you remember how many realms you have cultivated?" Yi Xian fell silent for a moment. "I can't remember." Why is this guy so arrogant? Heaven Realm. In the Yuan universe, the Zhou clan is undoubtedly a colossus. It could be said that if the Zhou clan lightly stomps their feet, the entire Yuan universe will tremble. But now, something happened in the Zhou clan that wasn't too big or too small for the Zhou clan. A young master and an elder of the Zhou clan died. Zhou Lan's position in the Zhou clan was not particularly high, and he was not a core member. However, he was from the Zhou clan and someone dared to kill him. This was equivalent to slapping the Zhou clan's face. Most importantly, the third elder was also killed. Although there were internal conflicts within the Zhou clan, when faced with this matter, everyone was unusually united. Those who dared to provoke the Zhou clan must be exterminated. On this day, a great elder of the Zhou clan left the Heaven Realm. This person's name is Zhou Hao, a great elder of the Zhou clan and a life-profound realm expert. He directly sent out a life-profound realm expert. Because since the other party dared to go against the Zhou clan, it was very obvious that the other party was a life-profound realm expert. Since it was a life-profound realm expert, then a life-profound realm expert was needed to deal with it. Just as Zhou Hao left the Heaven Realm, he met Elder Ghost who came to report. Zhou Hao also knew this Elder Ghost because, according to the Zhou clan's information, Elder Ghost was present when Zhou Lan was killed. The spectral elder immediately bowed respectfully when he saw Zhou Hao. He was extremely humble. Life-profound realm. This was undoubtedly the existence at the top of the pyramid of the Yuan universe. Zhou Hao looked at Elder Ghost. "You were there?" Elder Ghost nodded. "Yes." Zhou Hao's expression was calm. "Tell me." Elder Ghost quickly said, "The one who killed young Master Zhou Lan was a woman called Tian Ming. She was a life-profound realm expert." Life-profound realm. Zhou Hao frowned. "I've never heard of this person." Elder Ghost smiled bitterly. "She is indeed a life-profound realm expert. Moreover, I know how to contact her." Zhou Hao looked at Elder Ghost. "How?" Elder Ghost whispered a few words. Zhou Hao frowned. "Like this." Elder Ghost nodded. Zhou Hao said softly, "I never thought there would be another life-profound realm expert." As he spoke, he lifted his head towards the faraway stars and slowly closed his eyes. "Tian Ming, come out and fight. Come out and fight." He knew that if the opponent was a life-profound realm expert, he would be able to hear him. However, there was no response. Zhou Hao frowned and looked towards the depths of the stars. "You don't dare." As soon as he finished speaking, a sword suddenly sank into Zhou Hao's forehead. Boom. In an instant, Zhou Hao's body violently trembled. His flesh and soul instantly dissipated. Directly erased. Directly gone. All the nonsense before death was gone. Elder Ghost was dumbfounded. Chapter 2093. Being invincible is really lonely. Xiao Ta said in a deep voice, "Young master, have you forgotten the rule that you can't stay cool for more than 3 days?" Yi Xian laughed. "This time it will definitely be different." His words were filled with invincible confidence. Xiao Ta wanted to say something but hesitated. Yi Xian smiled. "Why? You don't believe me?" Xiao Ta sighed. "Young master, it's better for you to keep a low profile." Yi Xian laughed. "If one isn't frivolous, it would be a waste of youth." Xiao Ta. Yi Xian directly disappeared into the starry sky. Inside Xiao Ta, his lover was also cultivating. Her improvement could be described as terrifying. After all, she was cultivating inside Xiao Ta. Most importantly, there were more than 100 star veins inside Xiao Ta. There was a lot of spiritual energy. Not long after, Yi Xian stopped. Not far in front of him, there was a huge starry sky city. Yi Xian looked at the huge city. Above the gate, there were 3 big words, Chaoyuan City. Yi Xian walked towards Chaoyuan City. As soon as he arrived at the city gates, a woman suddenly walked out of the city. The woman was dressed in a long purple dress and had a purple belt around her waist. Her waist was slender. The two of them were about to pass each other. At this moment, the woman suddenly stopped and turned to look at Yi Xian. "Young Master Yi?" Yi Xian stopped and looked at the woman. "You know me?" The woman nodded. Yi Xian smiled. you're from the Zhou clan? The woman was slightly stunned. Obviously, she didn't expect Yi Xian to suddenly ask such a question. And she was Zhou Xian. Zhou Xian was straightforward, nodding his head slightly to acknowledge his identity. Yi Xian looked around and said, I don't sense anyone powerful. Did you come alone? Zhou Xian smiled, can I talk to young Master Yi alone? Yi Xian nodded, sure. Zhou Xian nodded, young Master Yi, follow me. After saying that, she turned around and walked towards the city. On the way, Zhou Xian said softly, this city was originally called Imperial Flourishing City. It was once the capital city of a super empire. Later on, that super empire was destroyed overnight. Then, this city fell into the hands of my Zhou clan. Yi Xian was a little curious. Super empire? Zhou Xian glanced at Yi Xian. Shangqiu. Yi Xian frowned. Never heard of it. Zhou Xian smiled faintly, looks like young Master Yi came from another place. Yi Xian nodded. He looked around. The city was very ancient and there were all kinds of runes drawn on the walls. Clearly, this was some kind of array formation. As if he had thought of something, Yi Xian suddenly asked, Miss, you said that a super empire was suddenly destroyed. How was it destroyed? Zhou Xian whispered, it was said that it was destroyed by a swordsman. Swordsman? Yi Xian frowned slightly. What kind of swordsman? Zhou Xian said, I don't know his name. I only know that he wore a cloud-white robe. Chapter 2094. Meanwhile, an old man walked into the room. As soon as the old man entered, Zhou Qi immediately said, Uncle Nan, save me. As he spoke, he pointed furiously at Zhou Xian. That bitch dared to hit me and even threatened to destroy my Zhou clan. Zhou Xian's expression was calm and he remained silent. Zhou Xian's eyes narrowed slightly when he heard Zhou Qi, and then a wisp of coldness flashed through his eyes. He turned around to look at Zhou Xian, and he was instantly stunned when he saw Zhou Xian. A moment later he strode over to Zhou Xian, bowed respectfully and spoke with a trembling voice, Young Patriarch. The young patriarch. Both Yi Xian and Zhou Qi were stunned when they heard Zhou Qi. Yi Xian was stunned because he knew that Zhou Xian's status in the Zhou clan wasn't low, but he hadn't imagined that Zhou Xian would actually be the young patriarch. Zhou Qi's figure suddenly started trembling. Who was Zhou Xian? He was the most monstrous genius of the Zhou clan. Not only was he the young patriarch of the entire Zhou clan, he was about to become the patriarch of the Zhou clan. The reason he didn't know Zhou Xian was because Zhou Xian was merely the young master of a branch of the Zhou clan. Not to mention the core of the Zhou clan, someone like him couldn't even be considered as a member of the outer circle. Moreover, he didn't even have the qualifications to come into contact with an existence like Zhou Xian. Zhou Qi's legs felt weak and he knelt down slowly and spoke with a trembling voice, Young patriarch. Zhou Xian gazed at the old man, chop off his limbs and hang him in Chaoyue City. Zhou Qi spoke with a trembling voice, Young patriarch. Please spare me. The old man hesitated for a moment and was about to beg for mercy. Meanwhile, Zhou Xian suddenly turned around, take them away, break their limbs and then hang them in Chaoyue City until they die. Also, when she spoke up to this point, she gazed at Zhou Qi who knelt on the ground and said, expel all of his branch members from the clan, and they're forbidden from using the clan's surname. As soon as she finished speaking, two black-robed old men suddenly appeared here, and they weren't even able to react before they were taken away. Zhou Xian turned around to gaze at Yi Xian. Young Master Yi, I'm sorry for that. Yi Xian smiled, I never expected you to actually be the young patriarch of the Zhou clan. After a moment of silence, Zhou Xian said, Young Master Yi, are you interested in visiting my Zhou clan? Yi Xian frowned slightly. Go to the Zhou clan? Zhou Xian nodded. I would like to invite you to the Zhou clan as a guest. Yi Xian looked at Zhou Xian. What? Zhou Xian smiled faintly, I don't have any other motives. I just want to bring young Master Yi on a trip, and then let my Zhou clan's people see some of the super monsters outside. Of course, in return I can find a life-profound realm expert for young Master Yi to spar with.